Chris Hughes here, Route 1 Sport, reporting from a cold, foggy Test Park as Southampton Solent's women's rugby team are training ahead of their season opener against Exeter on Wednesday. Women's rugby has been on the rise over the past year, partly due to England's success in the 2014 World Cup, their first triumph in the competition in 20 years. Last year, the participation figures rose to 18,000, an increase of 3,000 from the previous year alone. We spoke to team captain Hannah Shard and winger Abby Collingwood on how this spike has affected the Solent team.
For our Freshers' Fair, we had a lot more people sign up this year, so I think the popularity of the sport has definitely grown. It's good to see a lot more sort of women coming into the sport, really.
I agree. I think there's a big increase in women's rugby. I mean, last year we had a lot less people signing up. I think we had 50, and this year we had 75.
The Rugby Football Union plans to increase these participation figures by another 7,000 within the next 2 years, with a hope that this will also abolish both gender and background stereotypes surrounding the sports. Hannah and Abby, however, are already noticing the change.
There's definitely more opportunities out there at the minute, so I wouldn't say I'm particularly posh. But where it's been offered to me at university, I've been able to get involved. I think there's still that perception that it's definitely a masculine sport. You still get the stereotypical people who'll come up to you and say that you're butch and everything else. But I think definitely through our team we've proved that you can be any shape or size.
I agree with that sort of statement. I think in the past it has been seen as a kind of, Eton sort of sport. Same with things like rowing and lacrosse. But rugby's definitely, I think, especially with the World Cup and everything, and the men not winning theirs. I think there's definitely a lot more, especially on social media. You're seeing a lot of, the women have won, but they don't have any recognition. So I still think there is a lot of improvement to be made for.
Team Solent have been steadily improving year by year, finishing 4th in the Western 2A last year and 5th the year before, and they are feeling optimistic for this coming season.
I reckon we've got high hopes this season. So the third years that left last year, we only had about 3 or 4. So we've managed to incorporate a lot more freshers this year, but we've still got a really strong, experienced team from last year.
Yeah, I've got high hopes as well. We saw what things we did wrong last year, and then we're using that to improve, if that makes sense.
Chris Hughes, Route 1 Sport, Test Park.